Wassail Roosters cock-a-doodle-doo. So, in the last reading for monkeys, I realised I have a ritual pattern of lighting my Palo Santo to cleanse the air and the environment around me. And I felt embarrassed that I'm out here in somewhere that's so magically beautiful, thinking I should cleanse it, but I decided that was a pattern I would break with your reading. And maybe that will be a theme. Maybe it won't. So, we're going to begin with the double Anna Stark deck. Sorry, there was a few flew down there and I wasn't in the focus. So, Roosters. Ooh, I love this card. It's the Devas. So, I'm now going to take this deck, which is Le Chemin de l'Ival and the Mystical Shaman deck, and we're going to look for 12 cards to tell your part of this ongoing story of the super ninth moon, which is the moon of molecular bliss. So, can we please help the Roosters with the Devas? What do the Devas want to say to the Roosters? What do the Devas want to say to our lovely Roosters? What do the Devas want to say to our lovely Roosters? Oh, that's so mad. Two cards that came out next to each other in the last reading. Now, when I put the cards back in the deck, I put them all separately, one after another inside the deck, so that they can't come out together again. This is magic. It's sorcery. So, maybe we'll just get all the same cards from the monkey reading. Again, as soon as I start picking up the cards, the wind of change blows in around me. It goes completely still every time I'm not reading, in between. And then when I sit down to do the readings, it returns. So, the moon of molecular bliss, please. The moon of molecular bliss. I'm being drawn to some kind of energy frequency that's moving over there. Maybe it's the Devas. Right, we just need 3 more cards. We've got another one from the monkey reading. We've got wind. There's magical wind of change seriously blowing around everything. Come on, the Roosters need some story. Oh. That's a very strange card to end on. Kate Blanchett's here. Galadriel. So, the Devas. The Devas are the elemental architects of life. They live in the earth grid. They're original beings that created life. Gone very dark suddenly while I'm talking about them, but they live in the darkness inside the earth, and the message of the cards is talking a little bit about going inside that grid and working with the Devas through the earth, and that's a key to changing your molecular bliss. That's feeling very much like a repeat message, but maybe cockerels, it's a reminder yet again of these things we have to do. Sometimes messages are repeated because we're not hearing them. I'm getting, actually, from this Deva, I'm getting the importance, which I just spoke about, of singing your incantations. I'm feeling like there's musical notes resounding across the moustache on this Deva. These are ancient Vedic creatures. They've got, in the third eye, there's a sense of an arachnid, a spider, a key, a code. We've got a code there, and we've got a key. Okay. Oh, right, this is complicated. Only in that it's an awakening code. But the cards are not reading in their normal fashion, and now that makes sense. They're reading in pairs. They're reading down. That's the first reading that's done this. And they're going to be read slightly out of order. The reason I'm noticing the code is because you've got the Earth Keeper and the Wind next to each other. Well, I kind of want to show you how they came, which is like this. I'm going to bring them forward so that you can see them properly. They're 18 and 63, which is 369. This is the Tesla magic code. And we're always looking for codes within the cards to help us understand things. So the wind of change, this wind, is blowing around us, trying to bring us a connection into the earth grid for our molecules to heal. But it's the Tesla code of the things that flash in and out of the dimensions, and it's understanding what's missing for you at the moment is that connection into the earth grid down to the Devas. Now, the Devas aren't just inside the earth, they're around trees. They walk the invisible dimensions that we don't see. And they're calling for you. They have a desire to connect with you. These cards are just going to be read completely in a different pattern. So you have 1111. You have the council desires you to connect with the Devas, the architects of the universe, because they have secrets, they have esoteric knowledge that can be brought, I want to say, down to you from the moon, because we have the moon card. But actually, it's about a connection that exists inside you, a divine connection between the earth and the moon. And it's a connection that takes place through your DNA and your spine and your energy. When you're connected into the earth grid and connected to the moon, and therefore further on into the cosmos, you become an energy column. So we're talking energy columns. Energy columns are Yggdrasil trees that we plant in places, and then as we move we can plant them in other places. And every time we go to the natural world and plant a new energy column, a new staff of power, this is like the magic of the vulva. Every time we do this, we're creating a healing and a connection between us and the world around us. So, the message of the council, they desire you to connect, as I said, with the Devas. This stripping back of all that you are so that you can be rebuilt. And it's ancient heart magic is what I'm being told. So these cards are talking about this energy of the past, way gone, not even necessarily part of a lifetime that you even remember. This is like this. It's the energy of the Devas. It's original blueprint. That's what this is. Now I get it. Thank you. It's because these cards are all rotating. It's like everything is swirling. None of the energies here are static or following a flow. They're all swirling around in this wind of change, and they're waiting for that connection. Oh, and look, the Devas is 38, the energy of the center of the earth, 11, the master number of the earth grid. So, the key, le clef. Do you know, it's very funny. Oh, look, one of the, I keep calling them dragons, but the flying kites, I don't know what they're called that people ride on, has just landed. And the kite won't come down. It's just caught statically, unmoving, and there's a bird flying around it, a gull. So that put me off the message that we were on, which was La Clef. It's very interesting. Oh look, here he comes. He's taking off. He's going to go past us. There. Amazing. So I made a joke when I arrived in Dieppe about le COVID, and in France they have a panel who decides on the gender of objects, and they decided actually that COVID is la, it's a feminine thing, it's dirty lady magic coming in. I found that so amusing. Anyway, this key, also, it should be le clef, really, theoretically, because the keyhole should be feminine and the key that you insert in it should be masculine. Just the way my mind works. So anyway, the key, back to the key. The key is here now. The hummingbird is coming along almost to pierce into the back of your neck like a kind of mystical jab that's going to flow into your body, and it's the key of love moving through you, and it's asking you, the key is rooting down la racine, the roots, to ground yourself in the earth. That's the key to this DNA transformation. So the Devas will embrace you. They will wrap you in an energetic cloak, and they will work on your original blueprint frequency with you. They will transform this energy around you and bring you into a new clarity so that you can be filled with that love frequency. And we have the circle. This card always, for me, represents a code, a magical code. And it's here, it's right now. It's an earth code to your DNA. Do you see? The earth is offering you the code to your DNA. What is the earth? The earth has got the Deva energy, the architects of the universe. They built everything, and they don't like the current distortions. They accept that they were meant to be here. They were part of the cycles, part of the circle of life. But now that circle has had its time, it's had its phase. And they're here to bring about the changes. And what happens when it's, you know, look, this is wonderful. This is almost that changed frequency. This is how massive this energy of Deva love is as it comes in to pop into the back of your head and fill your soul and your DNA and your molecules, all these little circles that are forming around, all these circles, every cell, it's just on every card. Even the council wears the cells on the top of their head, the circles. Everything is being transformed, is being brought into a new alignment with the wind of change to bring you to this balancing point where you are growing and all of your molecules are transforming with Yggdrasil energy, source energy, created by these architects of the universe, the Aquafarians, the Devas. So this frequency is absolutely pouring down on us, all of us. It's not just you, Roosters, it's just you're receiving that part of the story to listen to. So, are there any other messages hidden within these cards, please? I'm moving them around because it's the relationship of the cards that creates the story here, and the energies of these cards are just, they're swirling, they're absolutely oh look, that's kind of wonderful. So the Devas are here to help you root into the earth grid, and when you root into the earth grid to transform your DNA, the Yggdrasil tree will grow from within your soul, through the soles of your feet, up your legs, into every single cell in your body. I like that very, very much. It's also very interesting because I believe I heard the other day that, and I didn't check it, but hummingbirds have no song. They're so busy flapping their wings, they haven't got time for melody. And yet there must be a noise that they make when they're first born, because they're not flying around then, they just need feeding. I'm going to have to look that up. The mystery of the left-handed hummingbird warrior grows. I'm just moving them again. Just to see if there's any final message. I'm just being given this energy of the wind of change, the magical wind of change, just coming into your DNA to change all your frequencies, to upgrade you. That connection between the earth and the moon working through you. Oh, now I get it. That's what that was. The musical notes, the silent love. Love has to be spoken. You have to resonate it as a frequency. Thank you. Knew there was something missing. Oh, and a butterfly just flew by. The transformation is complete. You have to voice your love for you and the world and others to make this DNA change. It doesn't happen in silence. It doesn't happen in thought magic. This is about vibrating frequencies. Okay, so that's your message. Wassail.